Yep. About to go ahead and
Mhm.
get this show started.
Let's go.
We good? We are
We good.
back with another episode of One Time for the Fan. I'm your host, Jack Spade, checking in. Got the homie Bodie 3000 with me. Bodie, how's everything going for you, sir?
Man, can't complain, man. Just trying to find my voice. I had to take them damn headphones off. Them. Had me feeling like I was in a vortex of the Matrix or something. I can't wear these. I can't. Or maybe
Might
my
want to go
head's
ahead.
too damn big. I don't know.
Might want to take them back, man. We got them Best Buy, Walmart,
Circuit City.
Circuit City. Jeez. Damn. Mr. Went out west to go get that one.
I went to this small town called Potato, Idaho. nah, for real though. Nah, they didn't work. But yeah, we good. We good over here. We good.
Yeah, man. Glad you're doing good, man. Everything is well over here around my way. Another day closer to Falcons football. Of course, that's what we talk about here on One Time for the Fan every Wednesday, every Sunday for those that's joining in. Watching the Aints versus the Vikings 2009 divisional playoff game right now on NFL Network, and Favre is just losing his mind out here. I believe this is the bounty game when they said they wanted to attack Favre more. Remember that with the Greg Williams?
I definitely remember that. I didn't know if that was. I didn't know if you were talking about the Diggs game. I didn't know.
No, that was the 2015 one, 2017?
17, yeah, something like that. I didn't know if that was that game or that, but they showed. I don't know if it was this earlier today or yesterday. They showed that infamous game on there.
Our game?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Somebody.
That's when you got to cancel NFL Network for the day and subscribe the next day.
Rare. I let off some cuss words. That shit. That's what
I try to do the best I can to not watch that game anymore or any play from
it. I haven't seen it since it came out. I have not. I refuse. I think I'll never.
I feel. Shout out to the Ice Cold Wolf in the chat. Bodie, he said he just showed your age with Circus City. Used to be his favorite spot. Circus City was back in the day, man. What y'all know about Circus City? Used to be over there on Memorial Drive, right? In that plaza right across as soon as you get off 285, right there on your left. Used to be in that plaza across the street from us.
I know Circus City. If anybody watching from Columbus, Georgia, I know it was off. Was it Manchester Expressway? Yeah, we had one. It was big red ass building back, just big. Look funny looking building. Look like two batteries.
Yeah. Got a lot to talk about on a episode of One Time for the Fan where the Falcons are on vacation, but of course it don't stop with the Atlanta Falcons. On Wednesday's episode, we talked with Thomas Scott from the Rise Up Tour about some away game information, but same day Falcons signed Eddie Goldman. Yep. So while you got some players on vacation fishing, some players training, such as AJ Terrell, Casey Hayward, Terry and Arthur still working.
Yeah.
So looking to improve the roster. Because we were kind of quick to talk about Eddie Goldman. I know you did your Bodie's breakdown of Eddie Goldman, but please give us a follow-up on how big is this for the Atlanta Falcons to have Eddie Goldman as the member of the new Falcons?
No, it's bigger than most folks think. I mean, it's easy to say, "Oh, D tackle." It's not a sexy position. You know what I'm saying? Folks don't. Everybody can't be Warren Sapp and Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? Those are different. But I will say that Eddie Goldman did anchor the Bears line. He was part of that Bears team that made them top 10 for the last maybe 5 or 6 years. Like he was that guy. He was a glue guy. He one of the guys. He opened it up for all those other cats, for the Khalil Max and for the Robert Quinns who had 18 sacks and uh, all these cats. He made that Bears defense good. And it started in the trenches. So he's gonna do that for us too. And he's still 28. So we got a lot to look for when it comes to Eddie Goldman. So welcome to the Eddie, bro.
Welcome to the A, Eddie Goldman, because you're gonna be a big part of this defense. Falcon fans should be really excited to see Eddie Goldman, because he's a upgrade from a couple players that I'm going to mention tonight. Because we're going to talk about a couple things here on One Time for the Fan. Something that we haven't talked about yet that I think Falcons fans should be a little bit concerned about, because we do keep it real here on One Time for the Fan. Keep positive energy, keep the vibes good, but we got to keep it real.
Yeah, we're not delusional.
Before we get to that, shout out to Thomas Scott from the Rise Up Tour. The Falcons fan talk was great. He told us about upcoming events for the Falcons. For the Rise Up Tour Family Fun Day. Talked to us about the Rise Up Tour bus trips to Tampa and Carolina. Spoke about some events that they have going on in LA and Seattle and some of the other cities for the away games that we're going to this season. So shout out to Thomas Scott for checking in and giving us some information on some upcoming away game parties and meet and greets and so forth. So they're doing a good job over there with the Rise Up Tour right now. And they're working really hard to get these events together. So everybody that's a part of the Rise Up Tour, pull up to the Family Fun Day, grab your ticket. If you want to go down to Tampa, catch the bus trip. Carolina, catch the bus trip. If you're going to LA, if you're going to Seattle, it's going to be big as well. So definitely come along with the Rise Up Tour. Bodie, what did you hear last week from just all the away game information? Were fans going to Falcons away games? Like how big was that when you were hearing us talk about it last week?
I mean, it's a big deal, man. Like this is gonna be the first year that I catch a Falcons game not in the dome or the damn Mercedes Benz. Like, so this is a big deal for me. Like, so just hearing him talk about what they do and how they get together and how they become family and just do stuff in other cities, enjoy other cities, and then get there and go to the games together. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And, people don't even think about groups or other Falcon fans or other fans of any other team meeting in a different city. Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I commend you and Thomas for putting that together, man. Y'all just bringing that camaraderie and just it's a big deal. So I'm excited. I can't.
Well, we're gonna have Thomas back on the show coming up later on. I think next month to give us some more information. But Falcon fans, one of the segments we're going to talk about tonight, and you might want to definitely sit down and tune in for this. But we're going to talk about the Falcons' 2 quarterbacks because we haven't spoke about that yet. And I think Falcon fans need to listen to what's going to be said.
Absolutely.
Falcon fans believe, well, some of them, or the media, that Mariota is injury prone, then let's go to an in-game situation. Let's just say Mariota does get hurt in a game. We hope he doesn't. But let's just say he does. And Ritter comes into the game. Who's your quarterback? Who's the quarterback behind Ritter? Let's just say Ritter struggles or Ritter gets hurt. Something happens. We hope it doesn't happen, but let's just say it happens. Who is your third quarterback? Let's just say Felipe Franks doesn't make the roster. So who's your QB3? We hope that Mariota has a healthy season, but what the media is saying and what other Falcon fans are saying, Ritter will play by week 4, by week 5.
Yeah.
Mariota will be injured by week 6.
It's crazy people say that.
Falcon fans, if you want that to happen and Ritter comes in, who's the backup behind Ritter? Do you know if Felipe Franks is making the roster as a quarterback or a tight end? He's been working out with the tight ends. So do you trust Felipe Franks to be your QB3, your utility, I guess, your special weapon? I don't trust Felipe Franks to be my QB3. But if he wants to be the tight end 3 or 4, it's looking like he might be able to get that. If the Falcons do go with 4 tight ends, then he'll probably be one of them. If they list him as a quarterback, then he's your QB3. But right now, he's been working out with the tight ends. So, Bodie, question to you. Should the Falcons go ahead and look for another quarterback soon to come in, I guess, to camp or after camp? Should they go into to the season with 3 quarterbacks? Or are we cool with 2 quarterbacks?
I think the Falcons' logic on this, and just how my logic would be on this, is that you don't come in thinking that Mariota's getting hurt or Ritter's getting hurt. You thinking that they're gonna be there. Okay, I think right now they were worried about a 3rd quarterback. They would have brought somebody in, and they'll just go with 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Say it's almost training camp. Of course, they can bring somebody in that might know the system or whatever, or might bring somebody in real quick. But right now, I think, man, it's just I think probably Felipe gonna make the roster, and he's gonna be emergency 3, like absolute emergency 3, because I can't see them going out signing Cam Newton and then saying he's a 3. Like,
so here's the funny thing about that: if they do keep Franks, then they don't need a quarterback. They're not going to look for one because Franks has, played under center a couple times for the Falcons. But do you trust him to be your QB3? Because you got AJ McCarron, Josh Rosen, Cam Newton, Blake Bortles, Mike Glennon.
Yeah, I'm taking a drink.
That's tough. So you might have to keep Franks on your roster. But if Mariota does get hurt, if the fans do believe Ritter's coming in for due to injury for Mariota, which I hope fans shouldn't be believing that, but some fans do because he's had injury problems in the past. That's no way to think about your starting quarterback. You want him to have a healthy season to move forward and to progress with this team, even though it's a 2-year deal. We don't know what can happen this year, but we want to see us get better, and it starts with the quarterback. But if you believe Mariota's going to get hurt by week 3, week 4, and go down, and Ritter's going to go into the game, but then who's coming in behind Ridder? If Ridder has problems, you understand?
They're not. I understand that. I do. But, I think the Falcons aren't banking on both of them cats just dropping. And for some catastrophic to happen, both of them have to drop in the same game. And then you'd be like, oh, what the you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have what if they don't. I think they're gonna keep Felipe close. I think they'll keep him. If he'll make 10, keep him on practice squad, or and if one of them get hurt, then they'll bring him up, and he'll be 2. Then I don't think they're counting. Like I said, the only thing that could go wrong is if both of these cats drop in a game, the same.
Which
game.
we know that would never, ever, ever happen.
Hope that would never happen. I haven't seen it happen.
Now, if you get into a situation where Mariota gets hurt week 3 and week 4, Ritter's your quarterback, you're gonna have to sign a quarterback.
Yeah.
So it goes back to what we're saying now in July. You might as well just try to find the best damn free agent quarterback here to be your QB3, unless Franks is your utility.
If one of these cats drop, and then they have Ridder and he's starting, okay, that I think after that game they'll be scouring for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna go and be like, oh, we got these 2. But what if one of them, they get hurt, and then another cat they're gonna have to drop in the same game for it to be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you could go Mariota getting hurt, then Ridder stepping in. Most likely he won't get hurt in that game, and then you'll have a emergency 3, whether that be whoever, and then after the game, you might, if Felipe is around, you'll bring him off the practice squad, I think, or whatever. Or you'll go sign a vet.
So if Felipe doesn't make the roster going into week 1 for the Saints,
I think he'll stay close.
They'll stay close. Practice squad.
I
mean, I have no problem with that. I'd like to see him more with the quarterbacks, working so much with the tight ends. I mean, if you're going to be that utility, please work some more with the quarterbacks. I mean, we only see what we see on the flowery branch tape in the field. Who knows? Behind the scenes, hell, he might be might be Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. But nah, he ain't gonna be no Aaron Rodgers. But we hope that if Franks is the utility weapon, it saves the Falcons from going out there and finding a quarterback. But it's something the Falcons should look into, say, okay, if Mariota does get hurt and Ritter comes in, what are the Falcons going to do? They're not going to go into a game situation with one quarterback week 5. So they're going to have to sign somebody. Here comes you, Carolina. Here comes you, Falcon Cam Newton fans now. You got to sign Cam Newton. Now's the time to bring Cam Newton. No, it ain't.
Man, I'll be real. Still, something to think about. I don't want Cam Newton. Cam Newton ain't going to have the right mindset for this team.
Yeah.
Man, Cam is he probably in the mindset he think he could start for somebody and help him.
Back in the past, maybe, not now.
After watching them I'm back games last season, what's the last season? I'm back. Two picks in the next game. Nah.
So
he ain't
Falcons
back.
fans will wait.
Actually, he is back. No, that's the thing. He back because that's what he do. Throw picks now. No, I love Cam. At one point, I wanted to see him in Atlanta because he's from Georgia, but that ship is sailed.
Yeah, years ago.
Many years ago.
Falcon fans, it's something to think about. If Mariota does hit the dirt in a way where he can't get up, we hope it doesn't happen because we want our quarterback to stay for the full season, stay healthy. We want all players to stay healthy. But if that does happen, if it does happen, Falcons probably will be looking to sign a free agent quarterback. And looking at this list, there ain't too many good ones. So let's hope that Felipe Franks, if he is the utility, if he is the QB3, if he's still on this roster, that he's able to step in if times is needed. But yeah, I trust that Terry and Arthur's going to make the right decision. Oh, shit. Terry and Arthur's going to make the right decision going into the season, going to week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be fine.
Go into the chat here before we go to the next segment. What's up, Bodie?
I just said, for the retooling team, we're going to be fine.
For the retooling, what did we say last week? Revamp, retooling, rebirth.
Rebirth, yeah.
Rebuilding. Re-up.
I don't call it a rebuild. I just call it a retool. He's called it a rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I don't know about I would say I don't know about rebirth. So we birthed the last 50 years out again. I'm gonna shit.
Nah, we can't do this for another 50 years, man. We got to get the Super Bowl before
20. We can't birth those 50 years again. No,
I feel like the Falcons are going to get a Super Bowl within the next 5 years, though. Our time is calling. I feel like it can happen.
My blood pressure high. What the fans saying in the comments?
Hey, man, we're going to the comments real quick before we get to the next segment. Ice Cold Wolf is here. Lisa Shepard is here. Shout out to everybody. Subscribe to the channel. One time for the fan on YouTube. One time for the fan on Facebook. We talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 o'clock. About to head to our next segment here. I would die never having watching the Super Bowl again. Burning in my brain. Oh, Lord, Lisa. Let's not go to that. Let's not go to that. Tim Riley, one of the admins of Dirty Bird Nation. I want us to draft him. There isn't a 325 nose tackle that can stop the run like he can. Eddie Goldman is a problem. We're going to speak about that shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Bodie? Debo got married yesterday in New Orleans. Tevin Coleman was in attendance. I miss having Tico in the A. He was good for us. I think he's still with the Jets now. I wouldn't mind bringing Coleman in if we would have had running back problems and he was a free agent. That would have been good to bring Coleman back for like a year or two. Hell, we're giving out 1-year deals anyway.
I'm good on Tico overall now. I wish him the best.
Boy, after that Super Bowl, man, she just went. They should do a documentary about this, man. Like, where are they now?
Oh, God.
The Atlanta Falcons players from the Super Bowl. Where are they now?
Stop it.
Shout out to Dave. Good evening to Dave. DSGB checking in from California. With that signing, Marlon Davidson might be on the chopping block. Marlon Davidson, Tyquan Graham, it's trouble. Competition's going to heat up here shortly. What's up, buddy?
Marlon got the most talent out of these cats. I think they would want to see what Marlon got for the season. If he don't do nothing this year, that's it. That's what I think.
He can probably make it through preseason and before they make a cut, before they decide this is the guy that they want going forward. Because they do have some money to spend. Now, they ain't broke. The Eddie Goldman signing didn't break them.
They ain't breaking. They got a little bit left.
Going to the next segment here shortly now. You're doing a great job. I'm trying to help you get some of my group members to watch. Shout out to Tim Riley, man. Keep sharing, keep liking. Hit that subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers, Bodie.
Hey, that's a milestone, bro.
I said we're going into training camp with 100 subscribers. We got to get 100 subscribers, y'all. It's only the takeoff from here, folks. Only the takeoff.
Yeah, man. Tell everybody about us, man. We just trying to uplift the fan base, man. That's it.
Rosalind Robertson's in the chat. Coy Bishop checking in. Shout out to Coy.
Shout out.
Lisa Shepard. Other fan bases. Well, can you see me? Other fan have meetups in other cities too. Green Bay had a huge gathering at Park Tavern at Piedmont Park. The Swells had a meet and greet here when they played us in the playoffs. Crashed that one. One of my Seahawks friends told me to fall through. Falcons fans travel too. We just needed to have a coordinated, organized effort to connect in the cities where we play away games. Shout out to the Rise Up Tour.
I love it. This man, one of the co-founders of the Rise Up Tour. That's tough,
man. It's all hats off to Thomas, but yeah, I had my hand in the pot, doing what I had to do. We grew the page. It was just me and Thomas in there with 2 people. Now it's over 650 people. The Rise Up Tour is taking off. People like traveling to away games. Coy Bishop is a member of the Rise Up Tour. A lot of people are a member of the Rise Up Tour. Bodie, you're now a member of the Rise Up Tour.
I am now a member.
Yacht party in Miami last year. Cowboys Falcons party downtown Dallas. Party in Minnesota years ago. Yeah. We turn up.
I get on the next yacht.
Yeah, man. We good. We good. We got a lot of trips coming up. Carlo PSN checking in from San Diego. Shout out to Carlo. If his arm doesn't turn off, I think Mark will buy a couple seasons to watch and learn. Well, we hope Ritter will be here for a while. They're hyping him up like he's going to be here for a minute.
Actually, Mariota's good. That's a decent bridge to bring in. The 2 year, they knew what they were doing, man. Shout out to Terry Fontenot and the GM, and oh man, the moves he's done has just been.
It's been phenomenal. Yeah, he's coming from a winning organization. Sucks because he was a part of this organization of the game I'm watching right now on NFL Network. Them beating the Vikings in the NFC Championship game right here. Yeah. So young Terry versus Terry where he's at now. He's helping us out here, folks. Be proud of that. Be proud of that. Carlo, they should have 3 quarterbacks. Bodie?
Possibly.
Feels that
same. We got 3 right now. We got 3 right now.
Against the rookie is already on display. If the competition is close coming out of the training camp, please go with the rookie. Hey, I'm all for it. I believe they're going to go with Marietta, especially the same way they wanted him when Matt Ryan got traded quickly. Mariota's name was mentioned.
Mariota.
Fucking A.
Yo,
man, shout out to one time for the fan, man. We out here. We trip. Yeah. What's good, Falcons family? I have no issue with Frank says the quarterback number 3. What he said? Go get Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan. Oh, old beard. Old man Fitzpatrick.
The mountain man?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like Fitz.
Here go ice cold. Go get Cam and drop Franks. Going to the next segment here. One time for the fan. So, Cody Benjamin, a reporter for CBS Sports. Who? A reporter for CBS Sports. Apparently, he's one of their top journalists. So, I ain't gonna bash him with what he does. Obviously, he has a good job. He's working for CBS Sports. He's doing what he loves. But I hear you, Coy. I see you over here. He said the Falcons are ranked 32. Going over his every roster rank list. He has the Bills number 1, Chargers 2, Rams 3, Bucks 4, Cincinnati 5. I don't want to. You want me to go over the whole list or just?
No, you gotta go over the whole list.
Okay. Going to the back of the pack, he has the Jaguars 27, the Lions 28, the Giants 29, the Bears 30, the Texans 31, and the Falcons at 32. Cody Benjamin.
You know why?
What are you talking about, Cody?
Because he can't name the Falcons players. He see that Mariota's quarterback. He's like, trash. I'm just keeping it real. That's what he's doing. He's saying that we traded our franchise quarterback, our number 1 quarterback in the franchise history, And he see that we just got a bunch of babies and Mariota, who's young in himself, and he's just saying we're trash. He's saying trash.
We're gonna head to the chat here in a minute, but Falcons fans,
It's
the offense,
unproven talent. That's how I see
say it again.
Unproven talent
Mm-hmm.
with potential. So that's all that is. I guess I get where he's coming from logically, but yeah, he just and a little Falcon hate sprinkled on it too. Don't nobody like the Falcons.
I see where it is. The Falcons do get hated on in the media a lot.
It is what it is. When we was making our Super Bowl run, was getting smashed. We beat we beat Green Bay in the NFC
Seattle and Green Bay.
Yeah. Then they was smacking on us then. Then the Falcons. I remember the article. The Falcons.
The Super Bowl losses made it even worse though for the media.
Huh?
The Super Bowl losses made it even worse for the media. They just they ripped this shit apart.
I didn't watch media after that. I told you I didn't watch sports media for like 6 months. I just waited till the season started again. I blacked out on that shit. So I don't know what the fuck they were saying about us.
Falcon fans, you should be excited about this because Cody Benjamin doesn't know what he's talking about right here. Though he is a verified journalist with CBS Sports, he's definitely looking at a lot of things on paper. But if he was looking at from a fan perspective versus being a journalist, he would notice that, Cordell Patterson, who, is coming back with the Falcons with their offense, 52 receptions, 548 yards, 5 touchdowns last season. Rushing the ball, 153 attempts, 618 yards, 6 touchdowns. So now Cordell Patterson is back in your offense, right? He makes your offense definitely look just a little bit better. But then we have some problems here, folks. We get down to some of the receivers from last season, right? We get down to Christian Blake, right? You're looking at Christian Blake. You're looking at a guy who had 4 receptions for 25 yards and no touchdowns. So let's just say Christian Blake wasn't on the roster last year, and we had Auden Tate. Even Auden Tate's stats from last season was just decent enough to be better than Christian Blake. It would, 3 receptions, 39 yards, and 1 touchdown. So Auden Tate is somewhat of a very small improvement from Christian Blake, but Christian Blake is no longer with the team. Tajay Sharp. Remember Tajay Sharp?
Oh, yeah. Man.
Tajay Sharp now, 25 receptions, 230 yards, 0 touchdowns. He played damn near every damn game for the Falcons last season. He was like the number 2 or the number 3 receiver out there after the Calvin Ridley situation.
He's like number 3.
Damian Byrd comes in now into the play. 26 receptions, 329 yards, and 1 touchdown. He was doing better than Tajay Sharp. Damian Byrd. So we've improved there from Tajay Sharp, Christian Blake, Auden Tate, Damian Byrd. We slowly improved. Kind of upgraded. Frank Darby. I know you guys said he could be an under-the-radar player. I'm sorry, guys. It's tough for me to say Frank Darby will make this roster. I think he could be a practice squad guy. But 1 reception for 14 yards last season. Hell. I don't even have to put him in the mix of what I'm talking about here. 1 reception for 14 yards. I don't even count. Russell Gage. 66 receptions, 770 yards, 4 touchdowns. You got him out of here. He's gone to Tampa. Russell Gage was a number 2 receiver for us. He's a 3 or 4 in Tampa.
As he should be.
As he should be. People were telling me he's a number 2. Where do you see that?
He's not a number 2.
So then we got Brian Edwards, who's going to be taking a lot of the load that Russell Gage had. And for his season, playing with the Oakland Raiders, for them using Waller a lot. Renfro. Hunter, whatever. Hunter Renfro, right? That's the guy's name? Or what's his name? Hunter Renfro.
Yep.
Brian Edwards, 34 receptions, 571 yards, 3 touchdowns. So now you got him into the mix of your offense this year. Damian Williams, the running back. Look at his stats. He's your speed back going forward. You don't need Mike Davis. Mike Davis had a tough 500 plus yard
Nah,
season with 3
say
touchdowns.
it. Say back to shit. Say it. I know it's coming out your mouth. Say it.
I didn't even know Mike Davis had 500 yards on the ground for the Falcons last year. Apparently he did. But Damian Williams' stats as a running back, a speedster, speed back, elusive, something that you want. He's going to be splitting a lot of the backfield with Cordell and Tyler. I think both of them will make. Of course, I think Damian will make the roster.
I think so.
Olade Zaccheaus with his stats last season. 31 receptions, 406 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's back into the mix. Kyle Pitts, Cordell Patterson, Brian Edwards. Even if Alden Tate or Damian Byrd still make the squad, the offense kind of upgraded. Just a little bit. So Cody Benjamin, you got to look at what we're looking at as Falcon fans. We kind of got a little bit better. Just a little bit better on the offense. I ain't talking about the offensive line. I'm talking about the playmakers. I'm talking about the wide receivers. And even for the tight end. Hayden Hurst couldn't block worth a damn. We got Anthony Frisker, a true blocking tight end.
Yeah.
So Falcons fans should feel a little bit better about this offense going forward. Don't listen to the media when they're telling you that we're ranked last. Then let me go to the other side of the ball. Oh, Drake London. He fills in for your Calvin. He's your new franchise wide receiver. Look at his college stats before he got injured.
I think most of the doubt, like you said, it goes into the confidence for Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And from Ryan to Mariota,
mm-hmm.
So far, if you evaluating careers, it's a downgrade.
That's the downgrade, yes.
Even at the stage, even at the age Matt Ryan was, it's a downgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But Mariota isn't like pure trash. Like he's not garbage. He's not bad either. Like he just didn't live up to his draft stock.
This is his revamp moment, right?
There's a chance that he get to revitalize his career. Like on a Ryan Tannehill.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
this is the opportunity.
Remember what our coach did for him?
Yeah.
Around his time, around his age.
Because he was getting shitted on with the Dolphins and he got to the Titans, and next thing you know, the damn Titans are.
Hey. What I do? You know what I did?
Mm-hmm.
Right? He can Ryan Tannehill his ass. Hey, y'all ain't think about that. He messed around and Ryan Tannehill, Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at something else.
So one thing we also haven't mentioned, Bodie, and you talked about it during your Brian Edwards Bodie's breakdown. Carlo Jimenez talked about this with the rookie report we did last month. Drake London, Brian Edwards, even Anthony Frisker, they are punishing run blockers.
Yes.
Like you said, Brian Edwards loves to come down into the, when you set the tone on the edge. When you're doing your sweep plays and your toss plays, your wide receivers need to block. Russell Gage wasn't blocking last season. Christian Blake wasn't blocking last season. Hayden Hurst wasn't blocking last season to set the edge.
Zaccheaus definitely wasn't blocking. Nothing.
So Falcons fans, look at what I'm telling you this. Drake London loves to block. They mentioned that. He's a terrific run blocking wide receiver.
He is.
Brian Edwards loves to lay a hit and block. And these are clean. He ain't getting called for no penalty on no damn block. He's blocking over there. So these are good wide receivers that you have. I believe Drake London and Edwards would be your 1 and 2. So if you do have to set the tone on running to the edge, Anthony Frisker, let's just say he's in the game. Let's just say Pitts is in your slot. You should feel comfortable if it's London, Edwards, and Frisker on your left, and Pitts is over here to your right. If they run to the left, you should feel a little bit comfortable that you got 3 thumpers over there who want to stand some people up. So we haven't even talked about the run blocking when it comes to the wide receivers. We got some players who's going to be they're going to be a lot of playmakers. Man, I'm telling you, this year's going to be crazy for the Falcons. Y'all should be excited about this, Bodie.
I'm very excited. It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be so many surprises. I'm telling you, it's going to be stars made this year. Like
stars made.
Especially on defense. On defense, it's going to be some stars made.
Let's get to that. Eddie Goldman is better than Marlon Davis. He's better than Kaminsky. He's better than who's the other guy we had, the defensive tackle from last year?
No, you're talking about
who's the other Davis today? What's the other guy's name?
All right, now you're talking about what's his name?
The one that played beside Grady.
The
run blocking.
You talking about? No, you said Tyler Davison.
Tyler Davison.
Tyler Davison. Yeah. Are you talking
Goldman's better than Davison, so you've upgraded there. Goldman's better than Kaminsky. You upgraded there. One player is upgrading 2 players right now. One dude that you just signed for 1-year deal. Zoe Carter against Fowler. Would you rather have Zoe Carter's production last season or Fowler's? We've upgraded a little bit on the defense. Casey Hayward against Fabian Moreau. We've upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Grady's still top 15, hell, top 10 defensive tackle in the league.
He really is.
Dean Pease told us at OTAs the missed opportunities. This is a season where, like you said, stars will be made. This is an opportunity for people to step up, get some contracts, get the job done. But Cody Benjamin saying that we're the worst roster in the NFL. No,
probably because you can't name those stars. That's part of it. You can't name good players like outright. Like you just can't. Folks like that, and then analyzing the entire NFL as a whole, they look at the Atlanta and they be like, oh, they lost this big name, this big name, this big name. They didn't gather any other big names. Mm-hmm. So they're just, this roster's ass. So that's what they're saying about us. We're ass.
That's the one thing that's
we won't be. I'm telling you, at the end of the season, we will not be the worst roster in the league.
Yeah,
and people don't see that. At the end of the season, they be like, yeah, them Falcons, yeah. That signing, that Lorenzo Carter signing, that was, oof. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be
outside of our Falcons media, like the positive ones that cover the Falcons, the ones who do believe that we can win. I'm waiting for somebody from like NFL Network or some of those big companies to say the Falcons is the sleeper team to look for. Nobody's giving us a shot.
No,
you know what I'm saying? We're looking at the roster, we're looking at the players, we're saying, damn, Zoe Carter, it's a much better upgrade from Dante Fowler. You feel what I'm saying? The edge rusher that we got in college. From the draft, Arnold Ebiketie.
Yeah,
he's going to improve to this defense. Tyler Algier was one of the best running backs in college football.
Yeah,
top 3 running back in college football. Tyler Algier. He's going to be splitting the backfield with Cordell Patterson. Yeah. Though he's a rookie, his numbers show that he's ready to play in the NFL. Falcons fans should be excited about this, Bodie.
They're not going to see. They want to see production. They want to see it happen. And when they see it happen, maybe we'll get more love next offseason.
Next offseason?
That's what I think, because we're just young. We're young. We got a lot of cats, like you said, unproven. They hungry. They got a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove something.
You beat the Saints week 1. You proved something already.
You should. But you know how folks be.
Every report I got here says Saints is top 10 and damn near everything. Yeah. With sorry ass Jameis at quarterback.
Hey, no, you come out week 2 and beat LA in LA. They gotta listen to us now. At least give them a damn game. Give them a game at least. If you don't beat them, don't get beat down.
They counted us out bad on that week 2 game. Like they got us down bad.
Boy, we probably 3 touchdown underdogs in that game.
Bad.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Going to the chat here before we get to the next segment. Getting ready to wrap up the show soon. Tim Riley is here in the chat. We need to bring another quarterback to battle Franks in preseason. That's a good question. Frank's stats 0-1 with an interception.
That is true.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to trust Franks to be your QB3.
Hey.
Do you want a dedicated certified quarterback? Hell, would you take Blake Bortles for a 1-year deal as your safety net to Ritter? Would you take AJ McCarron back for a 1-year deal?
I trust the front office in their decision. That's where I stand. And I'll leave it there.
We'll bring the topics to the table and we're going to discuss this, but it's been on my mind, so I had to talk about it. If Mariota does happen to get in that position and Ritter comes in, you're going to go back to the phone and you're going to start looking for
they see, we got old Mariota, and they see Ritter and nothing else after that, and they ain't picked up nobody yet, then they think we're going to be okay. That's what I think. So
definitely bringing the topic to the table because a lot of the media thought that they're thinking that Mariota's going to get hurt. So
I don't know why you hate.
Yeah,
you can't hypothetical forever like that. I hate hypotheticals. Yeah. I just hate it.
The media will scare y'all, Falcons fans. Remember what they said? Falcons only winning 3 games this year.
That's
4 games this year.
That's cap. I bet some money on that over.
Falcon fans.
Shit. Well, let me go look at Vegas. Let me see here. If it's 3 games
Does
right
Eddie
now,
Goldman signing at least give us 6 or 7 games? Nah, we still at 4.
Bro, I swear I'm finna Google it now. What is the Vegas over under for Falcons games?
Go into the chat here. If Franks is starting at any point during the season is over anyway. Shit. Good point, Dave. Going to Chase here. July 29th can't get here soon enough. We will be at training camp July 29th. Hopefully I can beat Eric Parker there. He's usually the first in line.
Good
Rise up, fam. Shout out to Jabri. Go to the chat here. Chase. Marlon best step it up. Going to be a tough battle getting on this roster. Yeah, we spoke about that. Marlon, Tyquan Graham. I think Nick Thurman's still on the team too as well. Nobody's even mentioning him. But there's going to be some cuts being made. And, Falcons fans, it ain't like the old days, though. You know what I'm saying? Ricardo Allen was the guy that, Falcons fans fell in love with. Keanu Neal was the guy that Falcons fans fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all didn't fall in love with Marlon Davidson and Tyquan Graham. So if they do get cut, thank y'all for trying to do your best to help the Falcons.
Yeah.
But it's time to move on. But there's going to be some cuts made, Falcons fans, and there's going to be some surprises.
I was just about to say that. There's going to be some surprise cuts. You think this cat going to make the team, then this cat going to outplay him, and it's going to be 1 or 2 surprise cuts.
Nobody's talking about Mike Ford. Cornerback. They brought him in from Denver. He's a special teams guy, but he wants to play with Avery Williams switching from cornerback to running back. He wants to try to win that slot position.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about that. Will Mike Ford make the team? Darren Hall. Nobody's talking about that. You feel what I'm saying? So Dean Marlowe. Nobody's talking about that. We're looking at the regular 53. There's going to be some players sneaking up. Who's the linebacker we talked to from OTAs? The dude from Cal. Dang.
Yeah.
He might make the roster.
Yeah, the way he was sweating, he looked like he worked hard.
There's a guy named Nathan Landman people keep talking about. He might make the roster. Nobody knows what's going on here.
Yeah.
Heading to the chat. Tim Riley, the Bucs brought back Brady. So maybe the Falcons brass needs to make a call to Matt Schwab.
Matt Schwab. Man, Matt Schwab.
Old Matt Schwab or new Matt Schwab? Which one?
Hey. Matt Schwab, no.
He said Matt Schwab.
Matt Schwab.
Going to Coy. Life after Matt is going to be tough. We got to move on, sir.
It is, but yeah. You can't top Matt, what he did. I mean, at least for the short term.
Question for you two. Will Mayfield start? Mayfield got some competition.
He do. Let's see if he can hold up in camp. I think he will. I think he will
because they brought back the same offensive line.
Yeah. I think he'll end up starting, but they got guys to push him. We're going to see how he react with competition behind him.
But seeing the Eddie Goldman signing on vacation shows it kind of tells you, Falcon fans, Terry's not on vacation. Terry's like this.
Nah.
Y'all got somebody over there?
Yeah.
They can bring in an offensive lineman tomorrow and boost this roster. Something serious. There's a couple more free agents. Quentin Spain is a name that keeps getting talked about.
Yep.
Eric Flowers is the name that keeps getting talked about.
Yeah, there.
You have the cash to go get some people, Falcons. You don't have to sit there and wait for the collapse of the offensive line.
I think about
it tomorrow morning.
Think about this. You want that guy to have confidence. They shown confidence in him. They told him, I'm sure. I mean, only logical thing to do is, they told him they know he got talent. They know you can, they drafted him. This regime drafted Mayfield. Mm-hmm. So they liked something about
him. They're gonna work him to
they're gonna work with him.
Mm-hmm.
If he gotta be utter and total boo-boo juice for them to really go sign a guy like that. Now they brought in some mild competition for him, but in the grand scheme of things, they want Mayfield to win this job. Period.
Arthur Smith spoke about that before the rookie minicamp and all the things started happening back in the springtime. But don't forget,
It's
Falcons
his job
fans,
to lose.
they were blocking for Matt Ryan,
Yeah,
a veteran pocket passing quarterback.
a veteran, stone-footed, slow-bodied, 36-year-old quarterback.
We got to give him respect. He gave us some really good years, but let's be real.
Hey,
if we're talking about this old line with Matt Ryan,
slow.
When he had the opportunity to escape the pocket, he still ran up to try to set his feet to throw.
Yeah.
Now you have a quarterback who wants to run.
Mm-hmm.
You got two quarterbacks who wants to run. So maybe Mayfield is for the new scheme. We have to wait and see. But McGarry, that's a different story. It's a 1-year deal. Affetti, that's a 1-year deal. Oh, that competition battle is going to heat the hell up this summer.
That one's real.
That one's real. But Mayfield, they want Mayfield to start week 1. Bodie?
Yeah, they do. That's exactly what they want. They want the line we had last year to be the line. But like I said, McGarry is a first-round draft pick. Mayfield, this regime drafted him when they came in last season. Mm-hmm. So they saw something in him, and they wanted to unlock that. And, everybody else is pretty much, well, actually the center position, Dahlman versus Hennessy. Mm-hmm. They want to see what goes on there. I mean,
that's true. Dahlman and Hennessy. So your competition battles at the line. Matthews has it locked. Falcon fans, hold on. You should be good about this. Matthews has it locked. He's your veteran. And, other than those holding calls he gets every now and then, he's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Lindstrom, he's going to be a Falcon for life. He is going to be probably an all-pro guard.
I think so.
He is a beast. And if you got upset when you showed up to the stadium years ago to watch Lindstrom get drafted, you should look now and say, damn, Lindstrom is one of the best offensive linemen we've had in all these years.
Mm-hmm.
Matthews, Lindstrom, now the competition heats up. Dahlman and Hennessy at center. McGarry and Schaefer, or if it's Wilkinson. And then Affetti and McGarry. Or if they decide to bring in another free agent. They got the cash to do it. But this is going to get exciting, folks. This is going to get exciting. Go into the chat. I love talking to y'all in the chat. Bodie, you see how the chat brings these questions, man? We love this, man.
Hey, man. That's why it's for the fan. It's always one time for the fan.
One time for the fan is a platform for y'all to speak. We want y'all to bring y'all thoughts, opinions, all y'all views about the Falcons. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. We're going to talk about it. Right? Mm-hmm. We're going to have a good time. At the end of the day, if the Falcons win the Super Bowl, we all going to be at the parade. All right? Yep. Tim Riley. Zacchaeus has a hell of an arm on him. He's an upgrade over Frank's. Yeah, you put Zacchaeus out there week 4 against the Browns and see what happens. I'm sure Myles Garrett will appreciate that. I don't want Cam here at all. Lisa, shout out to Lisa in the chat. A lot of us don't want Cam here, but there's some that's like, now's the opportunity for Cam to become the quarterback of the Falcons.
No, we good, Cam. I love Cam. Cam is cool.
They're emailing Cam. Cam, do you see the Falcons quarterback situation right now?
Like Cam, man.
I remember they were looking for a backup last season. The Falcons were like, y'all gonna bring Josh Rosen and Cam Newton still? Look, Cam Newton signed to Arizona. Look, he scored 2 touchdowns in the first game back. Falcons fans, y'all need to
should have signed Cam. Look at that.
Y'all need to chill. Come on now. Heading to the chat. Oh, yeah, shout out to Lisa, too. We mentioned Frank Darby. We were talking about Frank Darby last week. He's 2 years, not 3 years in the league.
Yeah.
But we don't see him play. So, hell,
Hey. I hope he dances his way onto the roster.
Oh, my gosh.
I like Frank Darby, though. Cool.
I'll never forget that Falcons comment. He was doing something on the Falcons page, and somebody said, man, this guy dances more than he has touchdowns, man. And it just had the whole Falcons comment section just going crazy. But give Frank Darby a chance. If he makes the roster, shout out to Frank Darby. If he doesn't,
Frank got some skill, bro. He quick, and he's a good receiver. He's a good college receiver, so he got some skill.
Cam says he doesn't want to sit behind anybody. Well,
yeah, don't come here, Cam.
Can't come here. Cam is not a good fit. The chat is going they're lit tonight. Cam Newton went from I'm back to I'm whack.
Hey, what I said, Jabri, I said he was back. You know how he was back? Because when he started throwing the interceptions, he still started yelling, I'm back. That was him. That one came back. That's the Cam we know.
One thing we're gonna do here on One Time for the Fan, we're gonna read the comments because y'all be lit, man. Cam on I Am Athlete definitely believes he's still a starter.
I saw
It'll be
that
interesting to see if he's willing to take a backup role quarterback somewhere else. I mean, he had to in Arizona because Kyle Murray's situation, but he came in. Murray was injured, right?
Kyler Murray? You talking about Cam and Air? Cam
when he was in
you
Arizona?
talking about, he didn't play it on Arizona. He beat Arizona.
No, he beat Arizona. It was Carolina. Yeah, he played for Carolina. It was
Carolina. He beat Arizona in Arizona.
I think. In Arizona.
That's when he was yelling, "I'm back!" and all that.
Yeah, the 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Then he came next week and stunk up the place because he's back.
Where's Cam now?
Sitting on the chair with me. He's sitting right next to me.
Sitting on the chair with you. And Terry, we trust. We don't need Cam. Look at all these Falcons fans saying we don't need Cam. That's what I'm talking about.
Boy,
that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we got some Cam rebels.
Next 3 years, we champs.
Hey, man, I'm working. I hope so, man.
Rise up, Dirty Bird Nation. 30 for 30. You know, there's only one person that we call 30 for 30. Jameis.
30
I hope Marlon can get back to being that nasty player he was in Auburn. We all do.
He was so nice at Auburn. He was. That's when we had we thought we got a steal in the draft, but the talent's there. We're gonna see what he got.
Which quarterback do you think will win the most games this season?
Mariota.
Or I'm sorry, Mariota.
Mariota. No, you said Marietta.
Yeah, Mariota?
I ain't gonna let you forget that. You don't remember that?
Good Tito's.
Good Tito's, bro. I was just about to say. Yeah, Marietta. I'm like, damn, bro. Marietta.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
I think the new regime are doing something special. Can't wait to see what happens in the A. Corey, we're in the same boat, man. We're in the same boat. We're ready for the season to start. You know, Falcons content is not too much is coming out. Otherwise, in the Eddie Goldman news, and training camp starts in about 2.5 weeks or so. So once we get to training camp, we're gonna start, pushing some content for y'all. Because we'll be there a lot of days coming up. For the Falcons training camp. Tim Riley, has anybody heard the latest rumor that the Falcons are the third most likely team to trade for Jimmy G? That's a rumor, and I don't think the Falcons would do that. I mean, the check alone would be ridiculous.
I would say, he make a lot of money.
Yeah, the check alone would be ridiculous.
Jimmy, you only trade for somebody like Jimmy G when you're trying to be a decent team, like you a quarterback away, and he's a decent. Get you there quarterback. He's not it's just too much.
The crazy thing about this is because you're so close to the season now, because it's July and training camp's going to start, I think Jimmy G is going to show up. The 49ers going to bring him back. I don't think they have. Steve Young even said it. They don't have faith in Trey Lance. And Steve Young's very close to the 49ers organization. So if he's telling you that Trey Lance is not ready, your best bet is probably to bring Jimmy G back. That's why it's been really quiet. No team. Hell, Baker Mayfield just went to the Panthers. So the Jimmy G news, I don't see the Falcons jumping on that. I don't see that happening. No. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Where does this guy rank the rest of the NFC South? If you talk about like the teams, Lisa, it'll be to us, to me, Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. If we want to rank the teams,
I think so.
Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers.
Saints and Panthers are unproven too. Yeah, I really still think the Panthers are a dumpster fire, even with Baker. I don't. There's a reason why they shat on Baker's face in Cleveland and they're the Browns. They're just shitting on because Browns. See what I did? Never mind. Anyway, yeah, they didn't trust Baker. They didn't like Baker, so I don't trust him either.
Go into the chat before we speak about the upcoming events. Supposedly read an article about Drake London being no better than the Colts wide receiver draft pick. Worst article I read.
Oh yeah, there's some shitty writers out there, but I'm saying that as not a writer, but yeah, it's some shitty articles.
That's why we love the podcast. We bring our thoughts, our views. We bring the facts. Hey, we bring the thoughts and our views to the platform.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. Hey, that's real.
Hey, Flows, how y'all be? You guys have a great show. Keep up the good work. Shout out to Joseph.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Joseph. We're Rosalind, see, I love Cordell Patterson. Yeah, so upcoming events here because we're getting ready to close up the show. Tonight's show is really quick. We had to talk about the quarterback situation. If the Falcons would sign another free agent quarterback, if Mariota does go down and Ritter has to step up, the Falcons going to definitely make some calls because you don't want to go into a game with one quarterback. So you're definitely going to bring in another one. But if Felipe Franks is on the roster and he's our utility, then Falcon fans, you have to trust in Felipe Franks to be your QB3 in the situational, if that happens. We hope it doesn't happen. We hope it doesn't happen. But if it does, Falcons, the free agency list is slim.
I'm sitting here telling you right now, I don't think you can make an offseason better than Terry has done so far with the team. He didn't overpay for nobody. He didn't do nothing dramatic that like head scratching. He didn't bring in no damn, he brought in young guys who hungry. He drafted right, and he set us up for next offseason where we're gonna have millions. We can bring in some big names next year. So dude is on point.
Steve Alexander. There's gonna be that one. Cam, my hometown boy.
Hey, how about we? All right, if
Cam has more experience than anybody we got on the team, quarterback wise.
He does.
Shit.
He does, but he coming
doesn't here. For where he's at now in his career.
I'd rather play Ritter over Cam. And if Ritter, I just can't.
I can't bring Cam Newton and just it's
I can't.
Man, so much shit years ago.
Yeah, we can't kid ourselves, bro.
And then this man gets signed to a 1-year deal or something.
Right. Cam won't come in here with the wrong attitude, bro. He want to start. He want to be the man. And those days are done.
Antoine Dixon, if we have to depend on Franks, we are done. Like somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat. See, I think like they said by the time Franks does come in during the season's over. Yeah, if Franks is your quarterback during that time.
Yeah. Hey, here's what it is then. We'll play that when it comes.
Looking at the free agency list, quarterback list is pretty slim. I think the Falcons would know who their safety net would be, their backup, which is why Franks is the closest option you have, unless you're going to go get one of these quarterbacks that's, well into their 30s and they're not that good. Blake Bortles, AJ McCarron, Josh Rosen again. I don't think you want that. So let's hope, Falcons fans, that Mariota has a healthy season. Ritter too as well, because you don't want to see them go down because the list is pretty bad of who could be your quarterback coming up if those two was to get injured. So let's think positive.
Trust the process. And I believe in that front office. They've done great. So just trust the process. And if one of the guys go down, heaven forbid, we'll sign someone. We'll go from there.
I'll be ready to play. You can sign me. You can trust in me, Falcons fans. I'll get the job done. But we also talked about the Falcons offense. Lisa, I heard what you said too as well. You were talking about the CBS writer Cody Benjamin. Yes, everybody recently has been talking about it, most of the podcast, because NFL fans are going to start rating their teams off what these journalists say. Hey, look, we're number 6. We're going to be NFC wild card. Cody Benjamin said it. Till your ass get thumped up week 1. Week 7, your GM fired. They get to awesome. Hey man, but Cody Benjamin said we were number 6.
All these reporters All these reporters are semi fans with a platform.
Yeah,
basically, they got a platform. They put their articles out there, and they don't know either. I didn't know who Cody Ford. What's the dude's name? Benjamin.
Cody Benjamin.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I ain't know who he is. He's just a dude of opinion, okay? Just like we are.
Falcons fans, we also went over the offense and the defense, how we improved in some areas. Fabian Moreau's gone. Casey Hayward is at it. We've improved there. What's his name? Tyler Davison. No Kaminsky. Eddie Goldman. Eddie Goldman's better than both of those players.
Put together.
2 players we had for the Falcons
stacked on top of each other.
You can throw Steven Means in there too if you want to. You throw Means in there. Eddie Goldman's better than all 3 of them. Yeah. You're improving a little bit here on the defense. Casey Hayward, like we talked about. Offense, Brian Edwards, Damian Byrd, even Auden Tate. You don't have Christian Blake no more. You don't have Tajay Sharp no more. Russell Gage, your number 4 receiver who played number 2 last year. Yeah, because he was number 2 over here. Like we said, with the Bucks, you might even see the field.
Probably 4, yeah. Probably 4.
So Falcons fans, I'm trying to tell y'all should be excited about the team going forward. We even Drake London. Come on, man. Going to the chat to finish up here so we can go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. But we'll be back this Thursday. Wednesday, I'll be at the United game. United's back playing on Wednesdays now. So I'm going to go to the United game and have some fun. Hopefully they get a win. They got smacked yesterday. But we want to see the team get a win. You know, I'm all for the hometown teams. I'm all for United, Braves, Hawks, all that. Bulldogs as well. No tech.
No tech.
No tech. Going to the chat before we wrap it up. I don't know why people are bashing our team. They all say we ain't going to be good. I beg to differ. What's the moves we made? We are solid on both sides of the ball. We definitely are solid. Getting a little bit more better on both sides of the ball. Got to feel better about that. Tim Riley, we will go as far as Mariota can take us. That's a fact.
I believe that. That's why we signed him.
Let's hope it's to the playoffs.
I'm hoping.
When y'all highlighting Troy the GOAT. So apparently a lot of people in Montana State is like, they don't know much about Atlanta. So I got some people I reached out to. If we don't get the Troy Anderson Ricky report, let's just say not by next week Sunday, the Wednesday before training camp, then I'll go ahead and go to my backup plan, which I don't want to go to my backup plan. I want to get the person from Montana State on the show. So that's most important for me, is to get the person from Montana State on the show. I don't want to skip ahead and go to the person from Cincinnati before I do Troy Anderson, but I need to get somebody from Montana State on the show. The person I reached out to before, not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to pay that person to be on the show. It's ridiculous.
The money. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how it is. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I'm guessing the network or the company that person works for requires them to get paid to do podcasts. I don't know. I don't care. Hey, but there's some other people I have in the works, and we're going to get to that Troy Anderson Ricky report before we start getting to Desmond and D'Angelo Tyler. But before week 1 against the Saints, all the Ricky reports will be completed. So Falcon fans, don't worry about that. We're gonna have a good time with that.
Troy the GOAT. I can't wait for that one either. Oh
nice.
Man, Troy Anderson is
high expectations for Troy Anderson this season.
I'm so excited about him.
We just need fans to show up. I know it's hard too when your team's losing, but honestly, we packed the home opener everywhere. Let me tell you something, Chase. Man, I'd have been to Cleveland. I'd have been to Tennessee years ago when the team was ass. The stadium was still full. Fans just got to show up and just be a part of that environment. You feel what I'm saying? Terry keeps talking about hostile environment. Week 1, the NFL set it up for you to see how much hostile that environment can be. You got the damn Saints. But it ain't the Falcons versus the Texans. It ain't the Falcons versus the Jags. It's the Falcons and the Saints. It's the team that you hate the most outside of them damn that team up north that beat us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You should be ready to get loud. Once again, you should be able to stand up, 3rd down, 2nd down, 1st down, and really tear the roof off of the Benz. Because you don't like the Saints.
Somebody had a great idea putting team rivals in week 1. A lot of teams play their rivals in the first week. And I like that shit. I like that. So I think they're gonna show up. This is gonna be a game. It's gonna be the first game of the year. You know, everybody gonna be there. And it's the
Falcon fans. You have to show up. If you haven't bought your ticket yet, buy your ticket.
I'm gonna be drunk on the field.
Man, we're gonna be lit.
We're
gonna be lit. Shit. But we'll be there, Falcons fans. And then week 2. Oh man, I don't want to get into the season, man. We're gonna win an hour already. We are a playoff team if the O-line plays their part. You don't have Matt Ryan no more. Now you don't have to turn around and say, "Oh, damn, he's on the ground." Now you got to say, "Where the hell Mariota go?"
Yeah, just block enough so Mariota can get his ass out the pocket. And then
look at the difference, Falcons fans. The old line turn around and say, "Damn, Matt's down." Now they're gonna say, "Hey, where the hell Mariota go?"
Yeah,
He's taking off. He tucking and running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll get better just because of that. Like you said, you got to block for a statue. They can actually block for somebody running.
Mm-hmm. Tim Riley. Right now, there would be a competition between Vincent Taylor and Marlon Davidson. I think the competition for Marlon Davidson is just with himself. Yeah. If he can show that he can make this roster, because Anthony, don't forget Vincent Taylor, Grady Jarrett, Eddie Goldman, and they have Anthony Rush too as well.
Yeah.
So you're gonna battle. You're gonna go up against somebody, or it's gonna be Nick Thurman. It's gonna be, what's the guy's name? Abe Ojame. What's the guy's name from Notre Dame?
Ojave, I think.
I don't know how his technique's gonna work this year. If he's gonna be playing on the line or playing more up. But if he wants to, Marlon Davidson, that's tough to make. This him and Tyquan Graham are the two names. Don't be surprised.
I'm rooting for him though.
How long does Marlon Davidson be here, Falcons fans? Don't be surprised. Don't let that pick six with Brady last year fool you. All right, that was a hype play. All right, that's cool. We lost the game.
He definitely lost it.
You can keep the game ball. We lost the game.
He's like, yeah, I got a pick six.
Yeah, fans are going crazy. Throw the table. We lost the game. That's the only highlight. Is that the only highlight you have in your career? Is just that one play?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna make you stay on the roster.
The only highlight I ever remember seeing him.
Stephen Means used to do that damn predator stuff every time somebody else gets the damn sack.
It wasn't him, though.
It wasn't him.
Ugh. Yuck. Don't get
the hypest little joker on that damn defensive line after the damn play is over.
But he couldn't get off his man. I digress.
Arthur Smith showed it. I remember the priest. Now go back and look at the videos, Falcon fans, from training camp last year when Arthur Smith said, "Y'all over here celebrating about a 2-yard gain? Get back to the ball. 2 yards, that's it. Y'all over here celebrating?
You got them cats out of here.
Get out of here." Oh, man. Going to the chat. Y'all lit tonight. We about to go ahead and wrap it up. Upcoming events. Like I said, we're going to be working on Detroit Anderson Ricky Report coming up. We're going to have that for you. Desmond Ritter, D'Angelo Malone, Tyler Algieri, Justin Schaefer, and what's his name? Fitzpatrick, too, as well. But this show tonight, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We do have another show this Thursday. It's not going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be on Thursday. And then we have another show back next week, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Following that, we have the show next week, Wednesday again. Then we're going to have another every Wednesday, every Sunday, we're here, 8 o'clock. We're talking Falcons football. So please tune in. Tell your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family. Shout out to the Rise Up Tour. So much going on with the Rise Up Tour. So we want to give a big thanks to them for doing what they do at these away games, some of these parties, some of these events they throw. So it's going to be a pretty lit experience this season. We're going to LA, we're going to Seattle, we're going to Cincinnati, we're going to Tampa, Baltimore, and Washington, New Orleans, and Carolina too as well. So a lot on the schedule for the Rise Up Tour. Bodie's Breakdown, we'll do it Thursday. Bodie's Breakdown. So stay on the lookout for that. A lot of people love seeing Bodie's Breakdown. Bodie highlights a player or a anything, something Atlanta Falcons content related. And once he puts his his $100 on it, it's all about that money. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bodie for his Bodie's Breakdown. He talked about Brian Edwards. He talked about Jalen Hawkins. He talked about Lorenzo Carter, Eddie Goldman too as well. So can't wait to see what Bodie's Breakdown is for this Thursday.
Slit.
Going to the chat here before we get up out. After we signed Goldman, I posted it in my 5 Falcons groups, and the likes and loves are still coming in because Goldman's a really good player.
Dude made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
Yeah. No team is going to run rush it over us no more, especially the Aints can't stand them. Joseph, you've been speaking that since day one. We don't like the Aints.
Nah.
None of us do. Vegas had us at 5 games.
Yeah, I see that it's over under 4.5. I'll go there over. I'll do the over.
Definitely taking the over. I believe they may wait until preseason for a chance to sign a quarterback when teams cut players. Ben Kurt. What's his name? Ben Kurt.
Ben Kurt.
Ben Kurt.
Ben Kurt. Like
I believe he's also available.
First name is in his last name. Yeah, Kurt. Ben Kurt.
Ben Kurt. You know I butcher names here on One Time for the Fan. I apologize to anybody's name I did butcher. Arnold, when Arnold got drafted, I was going crazy on that name. Like,
Arnold T.Y.
Okay, so what's his nickname? AK? Or we'll call him AK.
No, we're gonna be AK. No, we call him Dr. Arnold.
Had to get the nickname first day. Dr. Arnold? Dr. Arnold it is.
Hey, you still call Tyler Algieri.
It's Algier.
Algier.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, man.
Heading to the chat here. Offense, what is this guy here? The offense is better without Matt Ryan. He couldn't scramble at all. Most of the time it was on him because he couldn't run away from pressure. Well, we know that we have 2 quarterbacks that can tuck and run and get up the field. There it goes again. You see? Quentin Spain. He's that one offensive lineman still sitting on the board. If you bring him in for a workout, I wouldn't let him leave that building if it comes back, that he's good to go. He can improve your offensive line definitely tomorrow. Cody Benjamin might have us maybe 19 if we sign Cody Spain. Oh, we talked about that. Cam, hometown boy. Shout out to everybody who's been in the chat tonight, right?
Yeah, man.
Black girls getting their shift together. Very positive podcast over there. Shout out to Ursula. Upcoming events, everything we talked about. Falcons. Get ready. July 29th. We'll be there. Training camp. We'll have a show again this Thursday. We'll have a show again next week, Sunday. So please tune in. Bodie, before we get up out of here, any shout outs, sir?
Man. Excuse me. Shout out to the city of Atlanta.
A-Town.
Shout out to these Falcons, man. Shout out to the up and coming season. Shout out to over 5 wins. Just put a big middle finger to Vegas because they think we suck. Shout out to the Benjamin cat who say we got the worst roster in the league. He could suck a fat one. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And like I said, every week, man, it's just y'all just bring that energy. Y'all bring in questions. Y'all lift us up, man. Shout out to us, man. We out here keeping it real. One time for the fan, keeping it real.
So look at the chat's going crazy right now. All right, so we discussed this in the chat. We don't want Cam, right? If Franks comes in, season's possibly over.
Probably over. Yeah. Probably done.
We do agree that the Falcons will probably win more than 5 games.
I'm betting on that. Yeah.
We have Antoine Dixon here saying the Falcons are going 11-6.
Hey, our schedule is not hard.
It's
not hard.
I'm telling you, man, Falcons fans, the week before the show before week 1, we're going to break down this schedule, something serious. You understand? And don't forget, the show might go much longer when the season starts because we got so much to talk about. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in tonight. Over here, everybody's chatting in the chat. Tim Riley says he lives in Alabama and he'll be at the game. Dirty Bird Nation for life.
Sir, hope to meet you there, bro.
Oh, we're going to be there. What else we got here? Tim Riley, this is my favorite podcast, and I'm letting a lot of fans know that. This is the best damn podcast in Dirty Bird Nation. Rise up. But I'm telling you.
Shout out to you.
We're almost at 100 subscribers. Subscribe. This is only just.
We just getting our feet wet. That's what y'all understand. The season ain't even started yet, so we're going to come with it.
Training camp, we there. Home games, we there. Away games, every away game, we there. But we got content for y'all. Trust us. We got content for y'all. A lot's going on this season on One Time for the Fan. But shout out to everybody in the chat.
A lot of these cats on the couch talking about it. Now we actually at the games. I'm just saying.
It's tough when you're
Shout
not
out to
going
them
to these
cats.
games. You got to be a part of that experience and that atmosphere, especially for a lot of the people who is using a podcast as their platform and never been to a Falcons game. Like never.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Wild.
that's wild. You've never been to a Falcons game?
Yeah.
Or the last time you went, you was what, 6 years old? You know how long the Falcons been around? You can't get one day out of your NFL season in the fall to go to a Falcons game? I've known some people who've never been to a game, but they still trash talking the team.
That's why.
A lot going on here with One Time for the Fan this season. We're going to be at the Benz. August the 15th, too, Falcons have open training camp, so we'll be at the Benz. And then, of course, for the preseason and the home games, away games on the road, we'll be there. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in tonight. Everybody who's subscribed to the channel. We're almost at 100 subscribers.
Tell your friends.
Here we go.
Friends.
Here we go.
Tell your mama. Tell your daddy.
Here we go. Troy Anderson rookie report, baby.
Always lit.
Troy Anderson rookie report. Just got the he just messaged me. We'd love to. What time is that? Troy Anderson rookie report, baby. Y'all wanted it? This ain't the backup plan though. This is like plan B to the first guest I wanted. But right here, they said we'd love to. What time zone is that? Well, we're in Atlanta, so we'll let you know. I'm about to send a message back. We're about to shut down the podcast here. But yes, the Troy Anderson rookie report. Let's try to do it. If not Thursday, we can do it for Sunday. But we're going to get the Troy Anderson rookie report done. We did the Drake London rookie report with Carlo Jimenez, with Pac-12 Network, USC Student Alumni Radio, KXSC Student Director. We did the rookie report with Kyle Andrews, with Arnold Ebiketie. And that was amazing. And now we're getting ready to do our Troy Anderson rookie report. So yes, Bodie, we got a lot going on. Look at God. What Callie say? God did. I didn't know I was going to have the Troy Anderson rookie report before the show started, but God did.
Look at God.
Look at God, man. Hey, Falcons fans, I love y'all. Bodie, 3000, shout out to you, man. The greatest co-host in the world, man. We're going to take this thing to the top, bro.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Subscribe to the channel. One Time for the Fan Facebook. One Time for the Fan YouTube. We're going to be in the Rise Up Tour, official podcast of the Rise Up Tour. So shout out to Thomas. Shout out to everybody in the Rise Up Tour who's doing great things. But One Time for the Fan Facebook, YouTube. One Time for the Fan Twitter. If you want to be a guest on the show, hit us up. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this channel. Let's take over Falcons Nation, right? And let's remain positive, all right? Let's
uplift the fan base.
Let's uplift the fan base right now. People are upset. There's no more Julio. There's no more Calvin. There's no Matt Ryan. Falcon fans, you got to find a way to remain positive. One Time for the Fan is the channel you want to be at every Wednesday, every Sunday. But this week will be on Thursday at 8 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Want to say thank y'all. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. As always, we do our shout out. One time for the Atlanta Falcons. One time for everybody in the chat.
Rise up.
One time for everybody supporting and saluting the Atlanta Falcons. One time for Bodie 3000. We'll see you back Thursday for Bodie's breakdown.
Of course.
One time for Terry Fontenot. Damn near right now one of the best GMs going into his second year.
Doing great.
I am your host, Jack Spade. We'll be back Thursday, 8 o'clock. Hopefully United can get a win. Hopefully Boo Man can finish painting the roof.
That roof, boy.
I'm your host, Jack Spade. We'll see y'all Thursday. Rise up, y'all.